After the England game, of course, Ronan, it's doom and gloom again. It's the typical Irish sporting scenario. We're up 1 minute and then we're beaten by England. No grand slam. A little perspective, please.
It's very simple for me. I think nip and tuck game. England at home, very, very good side. Home advantage is huge. I wouldn't read too much into it. I think the one thing that will annoy the players would be 10-3 up away from home, pretty much sapping the life out of them with driving mauls, executing the game plan really well. How Ireland didn't kick on to win the game. It's very small margins. You can't say there was any big errors. It was just small little things where maybe we released the pressure a little bit too easily and let England back into the game. But that's been very picky, you know. I think it was a cracking test match. The ball and play time was phenomenal, and I think two serious sides going nip for tuck, and you know, Ireland had opportunities. I think you're talking about such small margin, 10-3. If Ireland were to get one more score, 13-3, I think England were broken, they're gone. And God knows what would happen then. Do Ireland go on? But these are all ifs and buts. No one is interested in that. What's interesting is, I suppose, you know, I think there are huge positives. Is it 22 points conceded in 3 games, which just shows how difficult it is to play against this Irish team. I think there's a few things to tweak in attack, and that will probably come with competition for places. If you look at the back 3, you know, you still don't have Earls, Bowe, Zebo, Fitzgerald. So, you know, crazy depths of reserves. So that's a great thing, and I think I wouldn't be reading too much into it. Straight back into these things happen in sports. How you react now is what interests me.
Talking about that back line, the Brian O'Driscoll issue, you and I have discussed it before and you've written about it in your column. With a view to the World Cup, how difficult a situation has this been, and is this even over the next 2 games for Joe Schmidt? I
don't think it's difficult at all. I think Joe had a plan, and the plan was that he wants Brian for the Six Nations. He needs Brian like every team does. He's, you know, still a fantastic player. I just don't think we're seeing probably as much, or he's not seen as much of the ball as he'd like to see. And these games they're so intense, and especially against England, their just defence is so good. It's probably the best aspect of their game. But you know, I think we'll see another side to his game in the Italy game, and then France will be the final game, and that's it. There's no staying on for World Cup. That's not going to happen. Brian was very clear in his plans. He said he'd play 1 more year, and he's been very definite in on his terms, and that's exactly the way he'll finish, because he's a complete professional.
Mr. Indispensable is probably Johnny Sexton. In terms of, if there was one player Ireland can't do without at the moment, it's Sexton. But you fear, even from the club scene over the last couple of days, that we might have to do without him?
Yeah, but I suppose, to be fair too, the show goes on no matter who you are. I saw it in Munster for 18 months without Paul O'Connell. The game moves very quickly. There's no Mr. Indispensable. Obviously he's a key classic player for Ireland, and I think yeah, it's a little bit unknown for me, even because of how important he is. I think every possible scan is being looked into and will be done on him this week between the Irish medical system and the French medical system. So it's a small bit up in the air, and that's not me batting off the question, but that's where we are at the minute. And I suppose I think by Friday we'll have a far more definite outlook of what the prognosis for him is.
But do you think he won't play against Cast?
I saw his thumb on I collected him from the airport on Monday. He came back to France on Monday evening, and his thumb is in a splint and kind of an extended protection, and it's very badly damaged in terms of bruise wise. So that's where we are. So we just need to, I suppose, with these things, we monitor him twice daily, and we'll see where he is. But there'll be a lot of scans done because of the person involved, and rightly so, because he's so crucial. But these things, you know, it depends on when specialists are available to read them.